What's up, everyone? Just got off the bus from school just now, and I'm about to get ready for the film festival, so I'll try to get back to you guys in a minute. Later. What's up, everyone? This is Nazar360, and yeah, I'm just gonna commentate over the film festival a little bit. Um, it was pretty fun from what we've done. As you know, we entered the film, the last phase, and right here, I think it was the first video. I forgot what they called it. Um, Whatever it was. I guess it was one of their school projects because I didn't understand it too well. And number two here, I actually enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't understand it. Unless you haven't heard of Garrys Mod or G Mod, they basically just did a parkour, I guess, just little thing. And it's funny because the theme of this year's film festival was the end of the world, you know. Um, I mean, it was a pretty good video, you know. It's just parkour. I love how he did that little intro for the title. But a lot of people didn't get it. The audience was kind of, I guess, puzzled. And I mean, if anyone, I was the only one that was able to follow it because, I mean, parkour isn't that, I guess you could say, unknown. But from what people saw in this video, I guess it's a little confusing. But the idea was pretty cool. I like how he was jumping on buildings, and at first I didn't understand, but about halfway through the video I actually understood. And the fact that he slowed it down, made these transitions, you know, it was actually pretty good. And then at the end of the video, he put that little meme face, gave everyone a good laugh. And then three, some kids did a video about a superhero. It was okay. I mean, you can tell they used an iMovie. That's it's a standard transition, or yeah, I think it's a transition in iMovie. Um, I mean, they're kids, you know. They did pretty well for their age. I don't know if it was them that actually edited it. Edited did. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, if it was the kids that actually did all that, then I'm impressed, you know. Um, and again, they're kids, you know. You can't really blame them. I find it pretty entertaining, you know. He was running, and you know there were giggles here and there. Um, I mean, this film festival, I enjoyed it. And then number four here, uh, this one, it wasn't necessarily taken seriously more than it was funny. Um, these guys, they had really great ideas. Uh, they're just showing a guy, you know, on a normal day, and then they kind of do these funny movements with the zombie, you know, and they give the zombie actual intelligence. And I'm not gonna. He popped up there. Um, there's a part in the video I'm not gonna show it here because there was too many videos, but the zombie actually took a car and chased the uninfected, in another car, and I was like, wow, they actually have intelligence. Here, they put Red Bull, I guess you could say a sponsor, but even the zombie right there, he actually went for the Red Bull too, which I thought was pretty entertaining. Um, and this next video that's coming up right now, plastic surgery revealed. This one, it was more towards, I guess you could say comedy, and I liked it. It seemed like uh, he just used that two. I'm not sure what you call them. I think a split screen. Either way, he had a really good idea of how to be serious and somewhat funny using himself as almost all the characters. Um, I mean, yeah, I saw him beforehand before we walked in through the doors, and I thought I don't know he looked a little different for some reason. I don't know why, but I could tell that I don't know he just had great intentions. And I saw this video. It's like, oh, that's the same guy I saw, outside the theater. Um, yeah, this was a really good video. I liked it. I think I voted for it. I'm not sure. And then here was just this was divided in like four parts. Um, it was really well done. I liked it. Um, I think it's called Encounter the Zombies. I think. And this one was more towards funny. Um, And if you've seen the last phase, I tried to make mine more professional. And of course, you know, it went out to length of 15 minutes, you know. This one was around, I would say, 12 to 13 minutes, and they were good with comedy. I liked it. Um, yeah, it's encountered, yeah, the zombies. Uh, it was well produced. I liked it. Um, then what's the next video that came in? Oh, they had a couple YouTube videos. It was this one kid that stuttered on just one sentence. It was cute. Everyone loved it. The next video that came, what was it? Oh, I've never seen the Hunger Games, but apparently these are two characters from the movie. If you actually know their names, then post in the comments below, because I have never seen it and I'm not really interested because I'm lazy. Anyway, they did good acting, even though I've never seen the movie. I knew they were really into it. These guys would come in every so often, and you know, it was funny. And then A Fortune's Tale #7, I love that one. It was probably the funniest one I've seen, you know, out of this entire festival. They had this Asian and then this other girl, and apparently this guy was a nerd, no one liked him, and so on, and he was alone, as you can see right there. And uh, the type of comedy here, I don't want to say it's racist, but it's like a stereotypical type of comedy. I don't know how you really explain it. It didn't stick to it too long, which was good. But they just stuck to the fact that he studied and wanted to get into college, and then they went with that whole, he hears that narrator style, which was cool. It made me laugh a lot. Uh, I love his little hairstyle. I don't know if that's his real. It's probably his real. I don't know. I love how they incorporated the fact that a lot of people think that Asians can't speak proper English, which I think is dumb, but still funny in a lot of ways. But yeah, he gets this fortune cookie that he hands out and gets thrown back at him, and he reads it and is like, "Your love will be found across the street" or something. And this one, I think my cousin was in this one, along with some friends. This one, I I want to say it was probably the third best, if not the second best. Maybe the first best. I don't know where I would categorize this, but it wasn't necessarily the end of the world, I think, but it was more of just being funny, you know. They put a lot of this extreme everywhere, including the dog, and yeah, I think they did really good on it. Um, this one I think was divided into 5 parts. I know, he's pretty funny. Um, yeah, I like this little, what you call it, comedy they put with the extreme. Um, they were actually able to go with it pretty far since it's activities and they're going, I guess, extreme. They basically were able to turn anything into something funny. Uh, extreme serial jogging, I thought was hilarious. It was really cool because I saw they had a boom there, and I was really surprised that any of the students actually had access or knew what it was. This one right here, video blog #1, I was really disappointed in it because of the fact that you couldn't hear anything whatsoever, and they basically tried to manipulate or copy, actually, chronicle the movie, unless you haven't seen it. It's At first I didn't understand what they were talking about at all until they looked behind him and then he put his hand down. I was like, oh, they're trying to copy Chronicle. And then this next video that came up, oh, this is actually mine. Yeah, I was really excited when I saw, you know, mine, you know, number 11, the last phase. And, oh my goodness. The feeling that went through, you know, even Ellie, the girl next to me, was so excited because she knows how hard I worked on it, you know, how much pride I take in YouTube. And when she saw the name, she asked me, she's like, "Is that yours?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I don't know, I could just hear the joy in her voice, and I could tell she was excited. And, you know, it gave me that, you know, confidence. But as you can see, they started it at 6 days later. The way they edited my video, I do not particularly like at all. if you haven't seen the last phase, then you really don't. I mean, this isn't where at all. Just no, this is not where it intended to go at all. Um, no, it's I don't like the way they edited it at all. Um, but I mean, I don't know. Starting it from 6 days later, I did not enjoy at all. That they took out about 7 minutes of the actual video, maybe more. Um, I was really disappointed and somewhat embarrassed because of everything they took out. Um, and they didn't make up for it, you know? And I don't know, I just found it very, I guess, I don't know how you would explain it. And it's the way they displayed it, they cut so much of it out, and I'm glad he actually left some of it in. Again, if you want to see the actual video unedited, it'll be in the link in the description below. Um, yeah, he took out the fact that I was running around looking for signal, which I thought was pretty. I'm gonna be honest here. I think it was pretty low that he took that out. I didn't understand why exactly. There was nothing bad about it. I'm not trying to bag on this guy or anything, but I was confused, honestly. And I was in, I don't know, the audience didn't laugh because it didn't make any sense. Um, but what I'm really happy about is that the part where I went first person wasn't cut up too much. But, uh, yeah, this was left alone, which I was so grateful for. Um, and then Chris was probably the funniest of them all. He gave the audience a huge laugh when he said that he took him, but from a dead cop that he didn't kill. I thought that was probably the best part of the what do you want to call it, the of the video. I don't know why I lost my track of words, but yeah, that gave the audience a huge amount of laughter, and I was glad about. Uh, I think Chris really did it amazing as far as acting. Uh, he was, I guess, almost like the Will Smith in I Am Legend. That's like telling me to calm down. And then I'm so happy right here. The audience had a huge laugh out of this when I took the gun and supposedly accidentally shot it. That I loved it. Um, yeah, the audience got a kick out of that. Um, hmm. I mean, what was going through my mind at the time was what was everyone thinking, you know? Because of course I know exactly what was happening, you know, around, but um, you know, seeing it from someone else's view, not knowing at all what you made, it's kind of confusing, if you know what I'm saying. And my biggest fear was, does anyone understand, you know, what was supposed to be funny, what was, you know, going on to start with, you know? And I think here's where the audience actually started getting into it when they saw Dylan for that split second, you know. I mean, they were probably confused on the fact that it was just some kid that ran into, you know, some fiberglass, you know. Um, and then here is where Chris actually goes in, and I loved that the audience, you know, they actually got a kick out of it. But watch this part right here. Right when he puts him down, it skips to after I shoot him. And I was really shocked by that because of the fact that there were other videos that were showing a lot more guts and blood and gore. And that little spot got changed, and then it skips to me being outside. I don't know. I found that really odd. I was really confused. And my biggest disappointment, I guess, was how the video was ended right about right here, and it stopped. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it hurt a lot, but you know, what can you do? It's a contest, you know, and you have to have as fun as you go. So yeah. This has been Nazareth 360, and I'm out. Later.